Today I'm reviewing the Bondi Sands Technocolor Self-Tanning Foam. I'm very excited to see the results of this because it's a cool tone and it says that it specifically counteracts the development of orange tones. It says it's for fairer skin tones, which is me, and I'm just really excited to see how this comes out, so let's give it a go. This whole new range of the Technocolor ones just seems so much more personalizable. That does look like it has a sort of a cooler tone. I mean, it looks like poop right now, but let's see how it goes. I'm so impressed with this. Okay, well, that's done. It now takes an hour to process. And you know what else? And this isn't like an I love Bondi Sands type thing, because other Bondi Sands products that I've used, you have to sort of be like this for an hour, like can't touch anything, but it honestly already feels like it's dried. I feel like I could put my clothes back on. Like I won't, because I still don't want to risk it transferring, but I feel like if I needed to, I could. It's quite like, it is more or less dry to the touch, so that's great. Okay, well, I'll see you in an hour and then we'll wash it off and look at the final result. So it's been an hour, I've let it process and I've washed it off. It's certainly a natural tan. At first I was like, oh, it didn't do anything, but I always do that. I always get used to how it looks while it's processing, and then when I get out of the shower after washing it off, I think it didn't do anything, but it certainly did. The most important thing is that it does not look orange at all. Like, it's nice and even on the back, and yeah, you know, I'm pretty happy with it. I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit darker, but I suppose I probably could get a darker one or just apply it again. For anybody who's a little bit like about, you know, doing a fake tan and it just looking really orange or fake or like too much, I think that this is a perfect one to start with because it is very subtle, very natural, and the cool tone is really nice. One thing that I love is that my skin, especially on my face, it feels so nice. Like, it feels very smooth and clean, and like, so I love that it leaves the skin feeling nice. I love that, do you know what? I didn't even think of this, but it doesn't have a smell. Let me make sure. It has a very subtle smell. Yeah, it just has like a regular self-tan smell, but very subtle, much more subtle than other ones I've used, which I like because some tans are they're just so strong in smell that you're like, they're awful to use and then it stays on your skin. So this one, it doesn't leave any smell on your skin, so that's great. All right, what I like about this product, I love that it takes into account like the skin's undertones so that you can get a much more natural tan for you specifically. So the whole tailoring and the whole branding and everything is fantastic. I like that it doesn't smell. I like that it leaves my skin feeling really nice. I do think it's counteracted the redness in my skin a little bit. So I love the cool tone of it. I love that that's an option now for people like me who don't like, just those really warm tones just don't work on my skin. I love that there's an option. And what was the other thing? The one thing that I don't necessarily love about it is that it's such a subtle tan. But the more I look at it now, the less I'm bothered about it, to be honest, because it's really not as subtle as I initially thought it was getting out of the shower. So you could just do it again. But if I was gonna pick one thing that I was like, this isn't my favorite, it would be that I'd love it to just be maybe a little bit deeper of a tan. I love that it isn't streaky, and like on my back was probably where it was the streakiest looking when it was processing. It's come out not streaky at all, so I'm so happy with this. It is definitely cool toned. I don't know what I was imagining a cool tone tan to look like before this, but it's certainly not too warm, it's not too orange. It just looks like it suits me. So that's my review of the Bondi Sands Sapphire Cool Tone Technocolor Self-Tanning Foam.